Okay, now back on the 07 Charger, guys. We're doing the heads. As I told you, Shane has lubed everything up. Now he is lubing the lifters.
Definitely gonna rock back and forth.
He's lubing the lifters up, so
we don't want to take no chances of things not working. So
I'm gonna set you guys up right here where you can see what he's doing. How's that sound? That lady over there, she's playing the game right now. Don't worry about her. This is when you need a GoPro. Damn it. I wish I could set it up just like that for you. So he's lubing them all up. Got the lifters ready to go now. Same thing's got to be done on the other head. See, he's lubing them before he puts them in. You know, that's just the proper way to do it. Here's an example. Of course, they've been thoroughly cleaned and soaked. As you see, that's how they see.
then,
So they're all in it, guys. So that's a video for you there on how to lube up the lifters and get them ready to go.
and then we're going to start with the back left.
And what we're working with next, the rocker arms.
Yeah, back left.
So these rocker arms, guys, have been cleaned and thoroughly inspected. And same thing, so you lube them up real good and make sure they're ready to go.
As soon as the back left. Yeah.
Shane kept up with where they come off, because if you do that, you know, a combustion engine, you know, each and every one of them kind of do their own thing. So you want to keep your lifters and your rocker arms in the same location that you had them if you're not overhauling your heads completely with all new. You want to keep everything where, because they make scarring marks and such, which takes up, you know, oil space. So it's just best to stick with what you got where you don't have additional scarring going on. And everything seems to work better if you just put everything back where it came from, of course. So when you're reusing, you know, cleaning parts and reusing them, because once you inspect them, if they look really good, that's fine. With a little bit of scarring, they're still reusable. With any deep scars or issues like that, we advise that you replace whatever you have to, you know. So, because that's, if you have any problems in the motor, that's where it's going to come from. So anyways, that's how he does the lifters and the rocker arms. Kept them in order. So all those need to go in. Then the overhead cams as well. So what we're working on over here is trying to get this exhaust manifold mounted to the head. As you can see, it's a pain in the butt. I guess I better say butt, right? Yeah, you have to get it down in there and you have to lift the exhaust while you get a couple bolts started, and then you should line up. So that's what we're gonna work on here, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And we'll have the exhaust mounted, and then we'll do the power steering pump, put our bolts in there, we'll be good to go. Start putting that timing together and see where we're at. See if we can get a little work done if I ain't got a hold of this camera, y'all. Alright, we'll go with that.
Got it held?
What's that?
You got it held?
Yeah, we're good now. Might be able to get a little something done besides what the camera's right.
Where's the camera?
Sitting right there. It's on you. It's got you still what you're working on. Whatever we touch on the motor, pretty much they'll see us reaching, so that's good enough. I mean, they know where we're at with it, I believe.
Where are y'all at with it? Just for someone just tuning in.
Putting the lifters. Putting the lifters on and making sure they greased up good before cranking this bad boy up.
There you go.
All right, 6 more to go. On this side.
Skin a cat. More than one way to skin a cat, Shane. Old buddy of mine taught me that. Mr. Henry. He said, when you're having trouble, son, step away from it for a minute and think about what you're doing. Well, what I'm doing here now currently is I'm fixing to try to prop this exhaust up a little bit for me, so I have a little bit of an easier time to get it mounted where it needs to go. So.
Did you put the bolt in?
No, I haven't got it started yet,
No,
Shane.
the one,
Excuse me?
the one that holds it up in the air.
No, I can't get it in yet. You have to get the exhaust held up, then get that one in, and then you got it. It does. I can't get the slide motion like you're thinking. I really appreciate your thought.
Oh, did we read the number on your phone? Make sure we're doing this right.
Huh? What happened? Nothing. Everything's cool.
This one just felt like smaller than everything. No. This is fine.
It's good to go?
Yeah.
That's great news, man.
Hey, this stuff is going to be used. get them little rockers just set on in place. Then once you get the rockers in, we move on over to the next step, which is going to be oh wait, there's one more. Did I forget one? I skipped one, didn't I? Look at that. Did y'all guys catch that on the video?
What's that?
No big deal.
Did you miss it?
Look, all you do. Oh, I missed that whole spring, huh? See that? Good catch. I'm glad I missed it because the whole spring's missed. So I missed it twice. How about that? So
Right.
all you have to do is get your grease and dab it.
Well, I'm glad, Mr. Henry. You know, that was when we lived in a car for 3 days, Mr. Henry and Miss Wanda. Rented us a place before we even got paid on our job, or before when we started it. Before we got our money, said move on in. They covered for us with the
You
bank.
just move them on over.
Yeah,
to
they
the
didn't
proper
say they didn't
spot.
collect the money. They trusted us.
Didn't even know.
Didn't even know us. Living out of our car.
And gave us electricity.
Mm-hmm. Ran us electricity, got us an ice box, got us a stove, got us everything. They would eat.
Yeah.
It was an efficiency. But boy, I tell you what, when you ain't got a home,
That's nice.
tell me. But he taught me. There's more ways to skin a cat than one. He seen me struggling with a fuel pump on a minivan, not a minivan, a Dodge Ram that I had. And he seen me struggling with it. He come over there, he said, son, let me tell you something. There's more ways to skin a cat than one. If you ever having that much trouble, back off of it for a minute. He said, you stayed on it all day yesterday. And he said, let me take a look at it.
You were so
Climbed
aggravated.
under there. I was very aggravated. He climbed under there, and he climbed back on out a few minutes later. About 3 minutes total, 2 maybe. And he had it done. I couldn't get the bolt in because you had to depress the fuel pump some to make it line up to get the bolt going in. Boy, it was something else. It was a bitch. Still is a bitch. They're rough to do. But he taught me something there. Just kind of like I'm using the oil jug down here to hold my exhaust up in place. You know, I could fight it, pulling on it, or I could set it up like it needs to go.
That's all she wrote with that.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Make it a little easier.
Oh, we
on
need to
yourself.
get the camera out and make sure. Yes, this one's got to get top dead center right there. And see, it's top dead center. Look, it's top dead center because this is on a tilt, right? This is on a slant. I believe it's like a 45-degree pitch. These blocks set on the block. The head's set on a block on like a 45-degree pitch or whatever pitch this is. 15 degree, 45, I don't know. But whatever degree it is, that means your timing marks on your cams here have to be at the 12 o'clock position on the head. This is your head. 12 o'clock position straight up this away, not this away. You think, most people think 12 o'clock's straight up and straight down. 12 o'clock, it's not the case.
Yeah.
12 o'clock to the surface of the head. Surface of the head's on a slight slant, so you go 12 o'clock of that. And that gets you your in time camshaft.
Gotcha.
Hopefully.
Glad you explained that because,
Is that what you were talking about?
yeah,
I thought you meant to say.
because the time is something I don't really mess with. Thank God for Shane. Because, like, I would like to think I'm not like a lot of people who don't really want to. No, it's just that timing is something else. A lot of guys I talk to say, man, that timing, boy, if you get it wrong. So that makes you, you know, huh? Do you see it work like that way? Can you see it? Gina, you're pointing at the sky.
Alright, so
You got something else.
our next step
What?
is gonna be
Thank you, baby.
yeah, right there we have 12 o'clock. That's riding right on them lifters. Oh yeah. See that movement here? You got movement. Oh. See that? Where you want them? Where you think you want them? Huh? It's a little spot to capture oil. You see that on them loads? This is just a little spot to capture oil right here. These little nipples. Do you see these little cutouts? That's not a hole, it's a cutout.
Yeah.
That's a little spot just to kind of capture the oil. So where when it's rolling, it kind of slings it back on it.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
Picking it up like a pickup, huh?
Yeah. Alright, so definitely want to grease all those surfaces. But we're going to need to be...
Boy, you ain't learning about this. You gotta work in the blind, huh?
Yeah, you gotta just feel for it. Feel it and get it. Did you get them lined up? You got this one already?
No.
Oh.
No, I haven't been on that side.
You need a mirror and a flashlight?
I'm gonna need, yeah, both.
Yeah, here. Use some tools.
Here's the mirror. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. That's a good one, Shane. He said my glasses, guys, if y'all didn't hear. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Alright, should I let my daughter stay home from school tomorrow?
That's a hell of a question.
She's got dentist appointment one. I gotta check her out about 1 o'clock to get her to the dentist appointment. Check her out.
He's a single dad, by the way.
Only because she's missed a
All you,
3 days.
all you nice ladies out there.
She's very good.
Shane is a single dad. Been taking care of his daughter.
Dude, she's gonna need them days.
Yeah.
The love of his life and him didn't make it. So it happens. And he is single, though, just to let you girls know.
Send
Just-
your resumes.
Send your resumes. You heard my wife. Send them on over. He's worried about his daughter. But definitely a good man. He just ain't gonna throw himself out there like that, you know, all out in the clubs and all that. So,
Can we end the video?
all right, I'm gonna stop right there.
No, really. I need to check the numbers on the.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, we're gonna.
I gotta check the numbers to make sure.
Really, we're gonna cut this video, guys. He wants it cut, so we'll be back soon. He's gotta check some numbers and stuff. He's saying.
Check the numbers on the pictures to make sure.
Yeah, so we'll be back with you shortly. Once again, we appreciate it, and we hope our video's helpful. We get it done, and we'll come back to you on the next step.
Hold on.